Hello friends, and welcome to a One Piece opening reaction. So now that I've finally gotten past the Alabasta arc, I've been told I can look at the openings for One Piece for 1, 2, and 3. I haven't done that yet. I have not really cared too much about the openings, which I guess makes this kind of good because now I can go and watch the openings, and reactions will be genuine. I don't know what I was trying to say before. I was told that the opening there for the Alabasta arc started a little bit too early before that arc ended, and it actually gives spoilers for what happens at the end of it and everything. So now that I've finished it, I don't have to worry about the spoilers for that, but I will only be watching the first 3, obviously, because the 4th one is probably a little bit away from now and will likely have spoilers for stuff by then. Even if it's about things that I have absolutely no clue what they are, it's probably better not to. So as usual, I know that the openings are rather short in general, but because of music and stuff, I don't want to have to worry about copyright bull garbage. So I'm still just going to show my reactions to the things and not just the entire thing, alright? I think that's boring watching someone just watch through an entire thing and only at like 5 points do they go like, ah ha ha, or, oh, yeah, mm-hmm. You know, I'd rather see and show proper reactions. Also, I remembered something, because I was thinking about this last night, with Gol D. I was thinking about it because this is what I was planning on doing, and I remember that in the first opening here, it shows Gol D, and I remembered Kureha, Dr. Kureha, on Drum Island, she said something about Gol D. G-O-L-D, initial, Roger. Not Gold Roger, Gol D. Which got me thinking, Monkey D. Luffy, Portgas D. Ace, something specific has to do with that D. And now I'm wondering what it is. I don't know how I didn't catch it before. I just thought it was weird that it was Gol D. instead. But then I was thinking also with what's her face? Nico Robin, when she was pulling Luffy out of the sand, she was asking like, what is it with you people that bear the name of D or something? So now I'm very excited and interested in seeing what that's all about. But no spoilers. On to the reaction thingies. See, I like how they call him Gol D here, and then Gol D is only mentioned at the point where Kureha says anything. The world has unquestionably entered the great age of pirates. It feels weird watching this first opening again and seeing all this stuff because it just seems like it's never happened before. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. It's also nice there, it only showed Luffy, it only showed the crew of Luffy, Usopp, Nami, Sanji, and Zoro. It only showed them very briefly. Like, you barely even get a chance, unless you're pausing it, you barely get a chance to even see what they look like. So that's kind of nice because it doesn't actually spoil anything, and it doesn't really show them as part of the crew either. Although, maybe some people could consider it spoilers-ish. Oh, that's a huge fish. And never mind, it shows him as part of the crew there. But barely. I don't know who those guys were. There were 2 that were just there for a second. Those 2. I have no clue who they are. I don't remember even seeing anyone that looks like them, but they're also all completely covered in shadow, so, you know. And that's it. The music is obviously the best part of that. I can't show the whole thing for obvious reasons, but the music is definitely the best part of that opening. It's very iconic music. It's the kind of music you expect to hear every time you come back to the show, or every time you watch a new episode or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, they did change that, so now it's different music, maybe. But it's kind of fun coming back to watch that and to see that same iconic opening. It's a pretty good opening that gives you information about like what the whole show is about, or what the main goal is, at least at the very start, because obviously there's like a billion different things going on. But at the very start, like, the whole point is just to go find the One Piece in the Grand Line, right? Now we're over 120 episodes later, 130 episodes later, and there's still no mentioning, not much more mentioning of the One Piece. There's a little bit there, a little bit about about Luffy becoming the Pirate King and how other people perceive it when someone says such a thing. So yeah, quite interesting. Quite a good opening for the first episodes. Now this is the second opening that I've gotten to know the opening beginning part of for quite a while. Boogie, got Don Krieg in there. That guy, I can't remember his name. Oh, there's so many. You see all the characters we've seen so far. Hey, Usopp looks different in there. I don't think we've seen Usopp quite like this yet. Maybe? I don't remember seeing him with his hair out like that. We have Gan? Oh god, I can't remember names. Oh no. The guy with the pinwheel from Nami's home. As long as people continue to pursue the meaning of freedom. There's Gol D Roger again. So this one has completely different music, which is interesting. I mean, things do have to change, and it's kind of a welcome change. The first song was definitely much more iconic. This one, I've never heard it before, because I always skip the openings. I've been told that sometimes it contains spoilers, so I've just been skipping the openings entirely. So it was also quite a nice opening. It doesn't really give you too much information about like what the show's about or anything, but by this point you should already know what the show's about, so it's just kind of something nice to have as an opener. It's got nice music. It shows the crew interacting together with different things that you don't actually see in the show. Not much anyway, I don't think. And other people that we've already seen, but thankfully I don't think there were anyone in there that we haven't seen yet. Technically. There were no spoilers in that one, so that was kind of nice to see. Now this third one, I believe, is quite a rather long opening. 2-3 minutes almost or something. So a bit long for an intro, but let's see what it is. Ah, see, there's a new person in there. I wonder whose voice that is. It kind of sounds like Cobra. Or someone, maybe not, maybe not. Yeah, so I'm seeing the reason why people were saying that it contains spoilers, and why it's kind of dumb for them to have this at such an early point when it hasn't quite happened yet. Is because you see Nico Robin in there. To be honest, though, the small amount that you see of her, right there, I haven't seen the whole thing yet, so right there at that point, that little flash there, I barely recognized her as Nico Robin, okay? Some people definitely might. Some people absolutely definitely might, especially if you end up pausing, you're like, what? Really? You know. Oh, Nami's climb attacked. That's cool. That's definitely going to be her new weapon for a very long time. And Usopp with his cannon, of course. Yeah, that's definitely Nico Robin. Okay. Yeah, spoiler alert. Okay, so fine. That first little flash that you see of her is barely recognizable. Everything else, easily obvious recognizableness. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of a nice picture of all of them there. They all look like they're vacationing or something instead of, you know, going on an adventure. But I really like Luffy's clothes. Sanji looks way too casual compared to what he actually is. I like Luffy's clothes and Zoro's clothes in this picture. Very nice. Okay, and there we go. That is the openings. So I really like them. The music is quite nice. I think the first one, the music for the first one is the best, of course. I liked the music for the second one, at least the opening part of it. Once it was about halfway through, I didn't enjoy it as much. That's not to say that it's bad at all. It's just I didn't enjoy it as much. It didn't feel as iconic as the first opening music did. The third one had a completely different feel to it, and again, I don't dislike it, but it's not my favorite. Also, I do have a question I want to ask you guys, because I know that there's a lot of people who really dislike the filler episodes, and I've been told that from episode 130 or something like that, about the next 10 episodes here are mostly filler episodes, except for a little bit at the end of the last one. Me personally, I enjoy watching the filler just because it's more of the show, and to me it seems, I guess, silly to not watch it, even if it is filler. I know that sounds kind of dumb, but I don't know, that's how I am. If I don't watch it, if I skip it entirely, I feel like I end up missing something, and no amount of anyone telling me you're not going to miss anything is gonna change that for me. But I have a couple things I can do. So I can either just continue watching as I normally do, which will take approximately, if it's about 10 episodes there, it'll take approximately 3 weeks to get through the whole filler stuff before we start getting back into canon, and I know for some people, they may not enjoy that. My second idea was to kind of condense all of these filler episodes into just one episode. The only problem I can see with that is that may end up making one really long video, but it will only be for 1 week. Or I could, shorten it and make it 2 weeks instead, but then, it's still longer, and the longer it is, the less it is. So either I can continue as normal, or I condensed all of it into one longer episode. There's no way for me to tell how long that video will be in particular, because sometimes there's a lot that I have to say while I'm watching a video, while I'm watching these episodes, because they bring up different ideas and everything, and I like kind of discussing it. But sometimes there's just not much for me to say. And so that episode ends up being extremely short in terms of my reactions to it. So it's up to you guys. I'll put a little poll up here where you can tell me whether you want me to just watch as normal or condense all the filler for this next little bit into just one long episode. And then that'll be 1 week, that'll be next week, and then the week after that will be back to regular. So poll up there. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of the openings, of these first 3 openings and everything. I know everyone complains that the third one there had spoilers in it. And I definitely see that. I definitely see why. That's kind of silly. I don't know why they would have done such a thing. I don't think anyone can figure out such ridiculousness. So yeah, it beats me. Don't know why they would have done such a thing. But anyway, that's the end of this video, so thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again next week. Please let me know up there, click the poll, do something, tell me whatever in the comments below, but the poll up there will be the easiest way for me to know, because by that I can easily see how many people want regular episodes, as I already currently do, or condense the filler. Who knows, something that may come out of that is that people may end up liking having a longer video to watch instead of just 20 minutes every week. I don't know. It's completely up to you guys. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying watching these videos and these One Piece videos of mine, they do come out every Sunday. I know I have mentioned before that I wanted to do more throughout the week, but unfortunately, I have not been able to find the time to do such a thing. But I have found a schedule that works for me to get them out every week around the same time. Of course, Christmas and the holidays kind of messes up that schedule a little bit, but don't worry, the next couple weeks here, things will be back to normal, where these videos will go up earlier in the day. But if you are enjoying, consider sharing these One Piece videos with a friend, and help me to reach 1,000 subscribers, because that is my goal for this year. And for those that don't know, I do have a partnership with Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is a place where you can buy bundles of different things like games or books, or sometimes they have music on there, or other softwares. But it's mostly for games. They have a store where you can buy games and everything. You can subscribe to Humble Choice, which gives you a bunch of different games, and some that now you get to choose depending on what subscription tier you decide for that. I realize that probably for a lot of people who watch these One Piece videos, you don't really care too much about the games, so I will try to post in the end cards at the end of the video and in the description of these One Piece videos anything that they have for comic bundles or things like that. So if there's comic bundles or ebook bundles that I think you guys may enjoy, there will be a link to that, and by purchasing those things you are helping charity as well as supporting the channel here. So I appreciate it if you use it, but no obligation. Anyway, see you guys, keep calm and keep dragging on. God bless.